Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the OSRN Network here at Volusia Speedway for the opening race of the new season here. The Robinson Racing Promotions present the Butt Kicker Super Late Models Series here. 25 races will be on tap for this season. Practice has concluded here, so we are going to get right into heat races. Random draw plus an invert here to make sure it is 100% random for your heat race position. And tonight it looks like we're going to have 3 heat races on tap for tonight. And your starting grid for heat race number 1, starting on the pole, it's the 13. That's William Hobart. To the outside, it's Tyler Bowman. Row number 2, it's Camden Johnson and Donnie Batiste. In row number 3, it's going to be Brenson Hunt and William Duvall. And in row number 4, it's Brandon Barnett and Cameron Cormier. And then Mason Inman will start in position number 9. Jeremy Parker on the outside, and Brent Carey was scheduled to start in position number 11. So 11 cars will be in heat race number 1. Top 3 to the show, the rest to LCQ qualifiers later on tonight. And Joe, I'll bring you in here. We've been talking about this. This has been in the works with us for a while, and now finally opening night is upon us.
Yeah, and ought to be a good one, too. Like you said, I mean, you got these pro late models out here, and these things are fast. Volusia's kind of fast style track. It's going to be a good night. Hey, I'm looking forward to it. Got Butt Kicker on board here with us. And folks, I'm going to tell you what. I talk about sim racing a lot. I talk about the equipment a lot that is used now and the years that have come along. If you really want to get that immersive feeling, I mean, we talk about VR, but also, I mean, you add that with a Butt Kicker on top of it, man, you just got an immersive style feeling, almost realistic here.
Yeah, it's, we said just like in racing, most races, there is no qualifying. It is random draw, luck of the draw, and see where you start. And it's going to be interesting here tonight. Again, top 3 go on, 10 laps the distance. Got some advice from some very useful people, especially dear friends of ours over at World of Thunder. So it's going to be fun here. Lights are out. BJ Duvall, Steve McMillan gave me some advice for opening night. So
be calm. That's the first one. Is that the first one?
That's the first one. But, I'll give credit where credit is due. About 30 to 35 drivers for opening night. Let's see how I hope that these guys, stick it out throughout the season here. A free Butt Kicker on the line for the end of the season. Again, can't thank Butt Kicker enough, but pace truck is in. The new season is underway. Green flag is out here for heat race number 1 of the new season. Hobart Bowman lead us into turn number 1 and 2 already. Camden Johnson contact the 15 machine there, it looked like, as caution flag is out. Donnie Batiste.
Not involved. Let's go back on this replay. Got into Bill Duvall also on this replay here. Know exactly what happened. Looks like 2 guys just got together in the back there, kind of docking around, fighting for the same position. It happens in dirt. Oh yeah, just 3 wide and nowhere to go, and boom, the walls there.
So it's gonna
typical
be
dirt. It's slick.
I'm glad, I'm listening to Race Chat. I'm glad some people listen to driver's meeting, because I said it in the driver's meeting. First start is on green. Everything else is on the leader here. So let's see how well they listen and how well we run. But an early caution here, worked with the guys at the iRacing Pennsylvania Posse, the Turn 2 Terribles, and all those fun guys. And they run Thursday nights as well. So, didn't want to step on their foot, didn't want to run over them. So they ran their point season, their point opener for Port Royal, as well as their second race for Lincoln Speedway tonight. So most of those sprint car guys made the trip down here to Volusia, brought out the fenders for tonight. So we might have some tough running for some of these guys, especially the sprint car guys.
Tell us real quick, man, about the series here that we're about to see as we go back green.
So the goal of the series is, tonight is the Dirt Car Nationals / Gator Nationals here, as we're already 3 wide going into the corner there. The 32 machine of BJ Duvall, he is fighting his way up front right now. So BJ Duvall fighting his way towards the front. Battles are on here up front as well. But remember, top 3 go on, and the goal of it was bring some real life racing into play here. So,
Nice.
It was you know, the Show Me 100 is scheduled. Sadly, that probably will be postponed because of real life conflicts for me. But, you know, the Firecracker 100, there's some bigger shows, the Eldora, the Dream. As BJ Duval, he's going to make some more moves there as BJ Duval gets by Donnie Batiste. So Donnie Batiste not having the fun time for that 67 machine, but BJ Duval, keep an eye on William Duval. He's making a move to the front.
Yeah, it is. I'm watching BJ back here. I mean, you look at his little profile picture. He's on top of a horse or a donkey or whatever right now. Man, he is riding high, trying to see what he can do. He calls himself the Outlaw. He's up to 8th place, but this man out front, Camden Johnston, well, he's got company already. He's got Hobart right there trying to see if he can't sniff him back out for that lead.
Johnston, Hobart, Hunt, that is your top 3 here as we are already halfway through here. Make it 4 laps to go here in heat race number 1. Camden Johnston out in front. And then William Hobart, one of those guys, he was a little bit more excited from the iRacing Pennsylvania guys, ready to run some Fender cars. But then behind you have Brenton Hunt, Tyler Bowman, who is there's some stories for Bowman, the showman back there, as I took that from Alex Bowman. But Tyler Bowman right now is closing in here on the battle for second between William Hobart and Brenton Hunt.
Yeah, and the battle's heating up there for that second place spot, second, third. And you see Bowman, he's looking at it. He's got probably the best seat in the house as those two guys get contact. He's hoping maybe one of them guys, man, knocks each other's teeth out. Meanwhile, he's got Inman running up on his back tailgate.
Inman, Bowman, those two are battling in that 4th and 5th spot. They're closing in on Hobart and Hunt right now as the white flag is out here in heat race number 1. Brenton Hunt now takes over the 2nd spot, but now William Hobart on the bubble. Here comes Tyler Bowman. Here comes Mason Inman. That is your battle for the 3rd spot. Now Bowman tries to sneak to the inside here, side by side. A little bit of contact between Bowman and Hobart. The battle, the race for the spot. And it's going to be Mason Inman taking home your 3rd and final transfer spot. So Camden Johnson, Brenton Hunt, Mason Inman, your top 3. Moving on to tonight's A main. The rest will have to go on to the consolation rounds. And heat race number 2, man, if it's anything like heat race number 1, we're in for a good one.
Absolutely, man. I'll tell you what, this is going to kick off here. Robbie Buchanan's the man out front. Cole Younger, excuse me, right there in 2nd. Bo Krebs going to start 3rd. James Denero, I said it right, up in 4th. Brett Perigo, I want to get some of these names down. Pat's in 5th. Kim Jones up in 6th. Corey Sibley there in 7th. Jaden Bingman up in 8th. Ryan DeBoo in 9th. Tyler, I should have let Alex do this rundown, man. Tyler Isley in 10th. And Wade Burris there in 11th. Now, I just killed everybody's name in that one, but wow.
So talk about up front. We have some regular guys that we're used to. Bo Krebs, Robbie Buchanan, 2 guys we get to see on a normal occasion on Sundays here on the OSR network. But talk about some real-life racing in here. Brett Perigo, the son of Karin Perigo. Karin Perigo, who runs USAC East Coast here and also a Silver Crown car with the USAC Silver Crown. And Brett Perigo, he runs Wingless Super Sportsman here in Pennsylvania. So if you're from Pennsylvania or if you follow the Silver Crown scene or USAC East Coast, keep an eye out for the Perigos there.
Like his paint job, too. Pink Panther. Like that. That's nice.
But again, I cannot shout out the guys. They always give me crap. I got to shout them out, you know. The Turn 2 Terribles, Brett Perigo shouted him out at Port Royal when he finished on the podium here. So those guys being great, helping out through the series. I see Jimmy Barr in the chat. Yeah, king of Turn 2 Terribles, but Pace Truck is off. And here we go, heat race number 2. Green flag is out, and 3 more cars going to lock in here. And what a good start for the guys up front. There goes Bo Krebs. Now he's on the inside of Cole Younger. Side by side for those two. There's a car around in the back. They're going to stay green for the time being.
Did believe, man, it's went around the 999 machine there. Unfortunately, he gets it back straight going. He gets it back for the leaders, get around. You got Buchanan out front, though. Krebs right there on his back end. And still back here in the back, you got Perigo and company. He's got his hands full with Zaboo right behind him and Burris. Like
so
that
up
Pink Panther.
Front there, Brett Perigo, he's trying to close it in. Cole Younger, he's under pressure there from Kim Jones. Kim Jones, another one of those drivers we see on a Sunday night. But up front, It is Robbie Buchanan out in the front. Buchanan, Krebs, Younger, your top three right now. And out in front, they're pulling away right now, is your top two of Buchanan and Krebs.
Yes, they are. They got a pretty good, comfortable lead. The biggest battle's happening, like you said, with Kim Jones and Younger. Those two guys are seeing what kind of sliders they can put on each other. Right now, a low bottom feeding style track I see. Not much people going up to the top. We'll have to see if that reverses. Actually, 1 and 2 looks more like they're going in the top. 3 and 4 looks like they're going in the bottom. So kind of multi-groove on each side of the track.
Yeah, and again, fixed setup racing here, no qualifying, so it was random luck of the draw here. And right now, Robbie Buchanan got the luck of the draw starting on the pole here. Bo Krebs as well. Krebs up in front, Kim Jones in third. So again, the normal suspects we kind of expected in this heat race to run up front. They're running 1, 2, and 3, but Cole Younger, Ryan Zabu, and Brett Perigo. Perigo under pressure still there as Perigo, he's losing spots. He's back into the 6th spot there. And again, you don't want to run the LCQ, but Cole Younger, he's going to wash up the racetrack. He's in trouble there. He's going to lose 1 spot as Ryan Zabu gets by here. But again, that top 3, Kim Jones right now in the bubble spot. Bo Krebs out in front with Robbie Buchanan, and those two are starting to pull even further.
You know, when I'm seeing these cars run right now, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody starts using like a slider line in one of these turns, because it kind of utilizes the middle, low, and the high side of the track. But on 2 different ends of the track, you see Perigo right there through that thing on the inside, and Younger, man, had no choice but to kind of haul up just a little bit, and that threw him back to 6th place. Perigo takes over the 5th, but they're still not done with each other.
Younger and Perigo side by side. They will go into turn number 3 and 4. Slides up the racetrack is Perigo. Perigo going to hold on to that 5th spot here. So Brett Perigo now back in the starting spot where he was, but still under pressure here with the white flag in the air. So Robbie Buchanan, he's out of turn number 3 and 4. Robbie Buchanan wins heat race number 2. Bo Krebs, Kim Jones, your top 3. And then the battle for the 5th spot there as Zabu actually takes it from Kim Jones there. So Ryan Zabu, he's in the feature. Kim Jones going to have to run an LCQ. Brett Perico in the 5th spot, Cole Younger 6th. So Cole Younger, not the start. He started up in the 2nd spot here. So a tough one for that car. But now heat race number 3, and it's Jay-Z Photography himself. Jeremy Zarfo starts on the pole of heat race number 3. Hunter Rich to the outside. Brendan Marlowe will start inside of row number 2. To the outside, it's Robert Overstreet. Talon Willis starts on the inside of row number 3. To the outside, it's Jeremiah Johnson. David Smeal Jr. starts on the inside of row number 4. Jimmy Barr starts on the outside here. Then it's Austin Kroger in the 9th spot. Jacob Lassiter starts on the outside there. Jonathan Wiley will start 11th and the tail of this heat race. And it's hysterical as we chuckled about it. Everyone was like, oh, it's, we said fixed setup, and everyone was like, oh, it's fixed. We got the script. Well, then we made jokes in the Discord earlier before drivers meeting. We said David Smeal and Jimmy Barr are going to get into it in the heat race. And guess what? They start right next to each other. So this should be interesting, to say the least.
Absolutely. Like you said, you got to have some good rivalries out on the dirt. It's always good to see them as kind of a shorter style track here, so they'll be able to beat and bang a little bit. But it's actually been multi-grooves. Lights off on Pace Truck. Here we go, Marlowe, Rich up front. Who's going to get that advantage going off into turn 1? It's been some good, exciting heat races so far tonight.
Yeah, as Jeremy Zarfos takes the EOL, and it was, again, hysterical. We were talking about, we'll watch the luck of the draw, Jeremy Zarfos, who doesn't run super late models often. I said, watch him start on the pole of a heat race, and what do you know, he does. So takes the EOL. And Zarfo's going to just do some work in the back, try and work his way up front. But here we go, Pace Truck about to duck into the corner. 3rd and final heat race of the night. Again, 10 laps, top 3 move on. Here we go. It's Rich, it's Marlowe. Pace Truck is in. Green flag is out. Heat race number 3 underway.
Yeah, green flag, like you said. Rich gets that jump out, but hold on to it because it's 3 wide. Marlowe, Willis right there, along with Overstreet. Those guys are definitely battling in it. Remember, only top 3 go to that feature, and the biggest battle's happening for 2nd, 3rd. Little contact behind them.
and battles already heating up here as heat race action has been very good. You see the 72 machine there in trouble. That's David Smeal Jr. He is struggling a little bit there, but up front, Talon Willis, talk about someone who looks impressive. Started in the 5th spot, moves up into the 2nd spot early on here. So Talon Willis right now in the 2nd spot. Brandon Marlowe in 3rd, but right behind Marlowe is Robert Overstreet, as there you also see the 17 of, it's going to be Johnson and Kroger, those two battling it out side by side. That's for your 5th spot. 3 wide behind him, that's David Smeal Jr. There you also have Wiley and Lassiter. So battles for spots here, and again, it all matters on spots because that will depend as contact being, as that was Barr and Smeal, contact between the two of them. So that was also battling it out here, but now you see Talon Willis battles up front again. It's Willis, it's Rich. That's your top 2 spots. Marlowe in the 3rd spot. Overstreet still trying to close it.
Yeah, you got Rich out front right now, taking that low line out of turn number 4 as he's going to cross the line. Willis is right there in striking distance. Those 2 guys got that putt-putt line down on the bottom, and they are definitely hauling the mail on the inside wall. We'll see if they migrate to the top. Meanwhile, Rich holding him off. Willis is going to try the outside, see if he can't get some momentum.
And again, battle throughout the rest of the field here. Johnson, Kroger, Lassiter. That's for 3-car battle there for your 5th spot, 6th spot, and 7th spot there. Overstreet in front. Again, Robert Overstreet still trying to close in here, but it doesn't look like he's going to get to the transfer spot. But still behind Johnson, there's Lassiter and Kroger. Those two still side by side.
Yep, you got Ridge out front, Mills, Marlowe, Overstreet, like you said, he's back here in that 4th place spot. Then Johnson hanging on to 5th place. It kind of just a little bit spread out for the most part, except for down low. Lassiter, he's trying that low line to see if he can't get around him. And look at his profile pitch, man. That guy looks about as mean as they get.
But up front still, Rich, Willis, Marlowe. That's your top 3. They were close together there. Willis with a little bit of a hiccup there as now losing ground on your race leader of Hunter Rich. White flag is in the air. Top 3 are going to move on here. Talon Willis, he made some moves throughout here. This racetrack is very racy here at Volusia and can't wait for the rest of it. But now coming down the front straightaway, Hunter Rich wins heat race number 3. Talon Willis, Brandon Marlowe. Those are your next 3 and your final 3 from heat race action to lock into tonight's A main event. Everyone else going to go run LCQs. We should have about 1 or 2 of those. And it's going to be, let's see. We're going to have 2. So 12 laps of distance here, and it's going to be top 7. Top 7 go on here. So 7 cars are going to move on out of the 12 in this LCQ. And LCQ number 1 lines up like this. It's William Hobart, Robert Overstreet, Brett Perigo, Jeremy Parker, Jacob Lassiter, James Tenorelli. Then it's William Duvall, Jonathan Wiley, Tyler Isley, Donnie Batiste, Jeremy Zarfost, and Jaden Bingaman is your 12 cars in B main number 1 or LCQ. So last chance qualifiers here. 12 laps, 7 move on. The rest go home and get a little vacation here for the rest of the week. But again, Joe, while we have some time now, this has been in the works. You know, me and you were talking about it for a few weeks beforehand. We built the schedule, like Donnie Batiste, Bill Miller, those guys, you know, we talked about World of Thunder helping out, and Bill Miller and Donnie Batiste, they actually sat with me for a good hour as we built this schedule, made sure to get like the Dream. It's the same week as the Eldora Dream. You know, Show Me 100's the same weekend as that, but tough, you know, unless Mother Nature plays spoiler, we will not be running the Show Me 100 that week. But, you know, the Firecracker 100, we're taking a week off for 410 action here. That is in the works as well with Lernerville Speedway for a high limit show on that one. That will be a big show. Going to try and get some sponsors in on that one. But tried to get intertwined with it. And of course, you know, you got to finish the season just like in real life. The finals is at Charlotte, the dirt track at Charlotte. But again, Rumble by the River at Port Royal, the Knoxville Nationals for that, Cedar Lake, the USA Nationals, Fairbury, the Prairie Dirt Classic. Like, it's all at the same time, the same week.
Telling me the Charlotte race, I can just take off and go down to Charlotte, right? Because right down the road.
No, you can't do that.
Oh.
But here we go. Pace Truck is heading off Top 7 move on to the A main. Here we go. LCQ number 1. Green flag is out. Hobart going to lead us into turn number 1 and 2. It's Hobart. It's Overstreet. Keep an eye on these battles as. Oh boy.
Yeah, that was a checkup on the start. Not quite sure. I think that happened right here with James Terneri. Oh, sorry. Say James. And look, it's a checkup. Not quite sure on the spot to 76 right here. Thought what was happening there live. Quite sure the car in front of him just didn't go. Oh, he went. Oh, the car in front got in the wall, and then Jeremy had nowhere to go, and he kind of lifted him up, took him up for a ride, and yeah, the wall kind of calls down.
So not a fun start here for LCQ action.
Jeremy fan out there.
Oh, it's so Andrew May says he's a Jeremy Zarfos fan, but Andrew May didn't, want to say hi to me. I'm a little offended by that one.
I wouldn't say hi to him either. Just Alex. I always go with the other guy. The other guy.
The other guy.
The other guy. I'm the other guy. Alex.
But here we go. Pace truck already back in, and we're going to go single file restart here. Green flag is back out. Again, 7 cars going to make it here. So here we go. Battles into turn number 1 and 2 already for that second spot there. Brett Perigo got the door slammed on him by the 48 machine there of Robert Overstreet. But now here comes Lassiter to the outside there. Let's make it a 3-car battle for the second spot. Overstreet, Perigo, and Jacob Lassiter. That's for that second spot.
Absolutely, and like you just said, man, Overstreet trying to see what he can do. Meanwhile, back here in that 7th and final transfer spot, you got Jeremy Zarfall. What did you say, Zar? Head back there hanging on to it, but actually he's going to take over the 6th place spot and put Wiley back behind him. If they don't watch out, they got James right behind there who's going to close in if they keep battling the way they are.
And talk about how interesting this is. Jonathan Wiley, Jeremy Zarfos, who took that EOL in heat race action. Now he's battling for a transfer spot here. So keep an eye on that 02 or the 19 machine there on the car of Jeremy Zarfos as he's going to get by Wiley yet again here. So that's a battle, but keep an eye on Tenorelli there. That 76 machine of James Tenorelli, he is closing in here on that battle for the top 7 spots here. But up front, there you see William Duvall, BJ Duvall, the outlaw himself, the 32 machine, the B32. He is battling his way up front. He's in the 5th spot here, closing in there as that looked like Robert Overstreet. No, it was not. It was William Hobart on the top side there. So now we have a battle, a 3-car battle here, as there you see Duvall gets to the inside here. Perigo 3 wide down the back chute. That is not a fun place to be as we go into turn number 3 and 4. All cars taking different lines right now. It's going to be Perigo, Hobart, and Duvall still holding on to 3, 4, and 5.
And right there, you just saw Duvall, man. He had the inside lane, and man, Perigo went and squeezed as much as he could squeeze, and they got together. Almost could have been disasters. Now you see Duvall trying to battle it back in there. This is a battle for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th place spot as Wiley back there still holds on to that final transfer spot, and he's got a little breathing room too, so they don't have to worry about the man behind them. But the biggest battle is happening right now for this 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Wiley still holding on to that 7th spot. He's battling it out with Jeremy Zarfos. That is a great battle for that spot, but up front still, Perigo, it's Duvall, and it's Hobart. That's a 3-car battle here as well. Brett Perigo from Pennsylvania, William Hobart from Pennsylvania, and William Duvall from West Virginia. So all very close quarters here for these drivers, very close in location as well. As here comes Duvall now to the inside yet again. A little bit of contact there for Duvall and Perigo, but now William Hobart, he's back on the attack.
Absolutely. You see Duvall right there trying to do what he can as they come around for the white flag one more time for the man out front, Lassiter. He is looking strong with Overstreet, but it is a big battle right here with Perigo, Hobart, Duvall, who's going to get it for that final 5th place spot. And Zarfall, he's the man that's right there in the final transfer as they come around the final time.
Jeremy Zarfos, he's going to take home your 7th and final transfer spot. So Lassiter, he's going to win here. Overstreet goes on. Perigo, Duvall, Hobart, Wiley, and Jeremy Zarfos lock in to the A main for Tenorelli, Parker, Bingaman, Batiste, and Isley. They are going to pack it up for the night here. So one LCQ is done, and here we go. Another 12 cars are scheduled to take the field, and Kim Jones, Tyler Bowman on road number 1.
We got old Jeremy Johnson up there sitting in 3rd, Cole Younger up there in 4th, Brandon Barnhart sitting in 5th, Austin Kroger there in 6th, Wade Burris sitting in 7th, Cameron Cornmer up in 8th, then we got David Smil 9th, Corey Sibley up in the 10th, Brent Carey 11th, and Jimmy Barr going to round out the 12th place spot in this one. We're sitting here B main, and it's going to be a good one. D main was actually a really, really good one too, so I don't know. As racy as this track is, this feature is going to be wild.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one here. Again, fixed setups. It really puts it, and again, if you like this action, we're live every Thursday night until, well, we got a few off weeks, but we're live pretty much every Thursday night from here until October, Joe. So we're going to become bestest of friends by the end of this season, and I feel like most of these drivers are going to hate me by the end of it as well.
Well, better you than me. I'll just get up here and talk.
20 some weeks of racing, but again, the goal was real life schedules, put it in, but also guys want a consistent place to race, and we're giving them that consistent place, especially World of Thunder wraps up in 2 weeks time, and there's some rumors behind that they're not dirt racing for the summer. We don't know if that's confirmed. They were running asphalt. They're running asphalt tomorrow as well, but we give them a Thursday night consistent place to race here. So when fall season comes around, they have, more winter leagues are going to happen. But this is time, and here we go. Jones, Bowman, green flag is out for LCQ number 2, the final LCQ of the night.
Absolutely. Jones out front, gets a kick. He's got Johnson, Bowman right there behind him. You just see Bowman blinking just a little bit. Then you got Younger, Bernhardt. But remember, only 7 are going to go to the feature, and right now Burris is the man holding on to that 7th place spot.
Already up front there, you see Jeremiah Johnson, that side-by-side battle there with Tyler Bowman. Bowman on the top side. Tyler Bowman, who is going to be running some shows as well.
Blinking going on Bowman's part. I know that's going to make Johnson and him a little bit anxious behind him. Younger, Bernhardt right there, Kroger and company, but man, look at this, almost 4 wide, 3 wide in a turn, heading into turn 3 and 4.
And already side-by-side, 3 wide action there as well. So keep an eye on that 72 machine there of David Smil Jr. He's in the 7th spot here, gets the nose cut off there by the 999 of Corey Sibley here. So that's for that 7th and final transfer spot there, the 999, and battles will come out.
Absolutely, man, out south front. You got Kim Jones, Bowman, Johnson, Kroger, Barnhart, Younger, and company, man, still battling it out. You've also got Smil right behind them. Well, that 7th place spot's heating up.
And David Smil Jr. trying to get back in the picture here as Sibley cracks the wall now. Corey Sibley and the 3 machine of Cole Younger got into it there. Opens the door for David Smil Jr. now as Smil gonna slide job up. He's gonna cut it off there, a little close there. He makes contact with Younger now. So now Younger in the 6th spot. Cameron Cormier is in that 7th spot.
Yes, he is. Hanging on. Cormier right there, like you said. But boy, you got Barnhart right behind them, wanting that 7th place spot away from him. Smil and company. Boy, that's a 3-car battle for the last transfer spot, and it is heating up because Kim Jones out front leading this one. He got a half-second gap, but it's all coming down to that final transfer. Everybody wants to go to the feature, but only one can get it.
And it's going to be Cameron Cormier right now holding on to that 7th spot, but has trouble there as the 72 machine of David Smil Jr. So now Smil Jr. on the outside looking in here. 3-car battle, make it 4-car battle, because here comes more. So this battle heats up here with only about 3 laps to go.
3 laps to go, like you said, in our B main tonight to get into that feature. Right now, you've got Barnhart hanging on the 7th, and Smil right behind him. Sibley's hanging on the 9th. Who's going to get that final transfer spot, because there's 3 cars vying for it.
And David Smil Jr. on the outside looking in here. Here comes Corey Sibley now. Sibley going to throw the slide job. He wants a shot for this transfer spot as well, but right now it is held by Brandon Barnt Brandon Barnhart there in that 7th spot. David Smeal Jr. trying to close in. The white flag is out. He'll have one more chance at it here. Does David Smeal Jr. have enough to make it into the show here tonight, or will it be all she wrote for the 72 machine? It's just going to be one more corner here. So Kim Jones going to take home B main action win here. Bowman, Johnson, Kroger, Younger, Cormier, and Barnhart, it looks like they are going to go on to the A main event. And now we're going to get these guys, some of these guys haven't seen the track since heat race action. So track is going to get run in a little bit. And we're going to let you watch for a second here, as I need to let the drivers know what the plan is here. 55 lap A main event is coming your way. So we're about a minute and a half from A main time here tonight. 23 cars will take to the green flag here tonight. Who will be the first ever winner here of the Butt Kicker Super Late Models for Robinson Racing Promotions? We will find out in about 55 laps time. And right now, all we can say is talk about the front 2 rows. Camden Johnson, Robbie Buchanan Jr. is that front row. Hunter Rich and Brenson Hunt is that row number 2. But keep an eye on BJ Duvall, someone who's run these fixed supers in the Super Late Model Tour and the officials on iRacing. But also, you got to talk about guys. Tyler Bowman, another one to keep an eye on. Jeremy Zarfos had an impressive run in that B main. So keep an eye on that JZP number machine. Jeremy Zarfos is going to be one to keep an eye on, as well as Jonathan Wiley, William Hobart. There is a lot of decent drivers here, some that you might not see on a weekly basis, but opening night, guys are showing up here. 30-some cars out for opening night here. Going to be fun to watch. Feature race in just about 20 seconds time. So here we go, feature race action coming up, and we're going to start from the back to the front here, starting in the 23rd spot. That is Brandon Barnhart. Row number 11 on the outside, that's going to be Jeremy Zarfos. To the inside, Cameron Cormier. Row number 10 on the outside, it's Jonathan Wiley. To the inside, the 3 of Cole Younger. William Hobart going to start on the outside there of row number 9. To the inside, it is going to be Austin Kroger. Keep an eye on the B32 machine. He's going to start in the outside of row number 8, 16th position. That is William Duvall. To the inside, Jeremiah Johnson in the 117. Brett Perigo, he's going to start on the outside of row number 7. To the inside, it's Tyler Bowman. Robert Overstreet, he's going to start on the outside there of row number 6. To the inside, it's Kim Jones. Jacob Lassiter, and that 51 machine starts in position number 10. To the inside, starting 9th, that's Brandon Marlowe. Ryan Zabu going to start in position number 8. To the inside, it's Mason Inman. Row number 3, it's going to be Talon Willis and Bo Krebs in that 168 for Team Outlaw Motorsports. To the outside of row number 2 we go. Starting in the 4th spot, that's Brenton Hunt. To the inside, it's Hunter Rich. And on the front row, to the outside, it's the 31, Robbie Buchanan Jr. for CFM Esports. To the inside, the 22 of Camden Johnston. That is your 23 cars and stars for the Butt Kicker Super Late Models here at Volusia for the Gator Nationals with the Robinson Racing Promotions. So here we go, folks. 23 cars, 55 laps. Who is your pick to win it? I see Jay-Z Hard Charger in the chat. That is what I expected to see from some of these guys. But here we go. It's going to be a great race. Can't wait for the final few moments here. Pace truck going to duck off. For the first time this year, ladies and gentlemen, it's about to go down. Because it's time to throw down here for your 55-lap A-Main Showdown, Volusia Speedway. Butt Kicker Super Late Models, we are green. Johnston Buchanan lead us into turn number 1 and 2. Side by side we go, 2 by 2. We go a little bit of contact there on the front row. Now we are 3 wide as they go into turn 1 and 2. It is going to be Robbie Buchanan Jr. on the top spot right now, but keep an eye. Bo Krebs there. Behind Bo Krebs, Talon Willis. Talon Willis in company there as he has a lot of battles. Brenton Hunt, Mason Inman right there. 3 wide they go into turn number 1 and 2. Bo Krebs still in that 4th spot there. Up front is still going to be Buchanan, Johnston, Rich, but now keep an eye on the back. As well, you have Ryan Zabu, Brandon Marlowe, Jacob Lassiter, those guys battling it out as well. But now Bo Krebs has company as Bo Krebs has Brenton Hunt, Talon Willis. Those 2 behind here, those 2 are going to battle it out. Jacob Lassiter going at it here as there we see battles are going on, and it's going to be Robert Overstreet. Robert Overstreet, he's in the 11th spot, so he's trying to make a run here. We got to talk about BJ Duvall. He's back there. They're 3 wide in the back as well here. Brett Perigo, he's trying to make a move towards the front, so there's side by side. There's 3 wide action here throughout most of this feature event, but Robbie Buchanan Jr., he is out in front, and caution flag is out, so first caution is out here for this one.
Yeah, caution out right now. Let's see what happened to it, and looks like it's going to be Kel Younger. See what happened to him. He's up there on the top side. Another car in the back there went around. Oh, he had help. He got clobbered in the back and then sent into the fence.
I gotta give crap to the guys in the comment section, you know.
Sorry about
Last
that,
time I
folks. I had to
checked,
step away.
I thought I was entertaining enough to give you the input of what was happening, but apparently I'm not doing a good enough job.
Well, they were probably referencing when I stepped back by. I didn't have the camera on the guys, so but I stepped away. That was the problem. Y'all had the radio commentating there for a minute, so there you go.
Look, it's just like old school. Guess what? You might not be able to see everything just like you do at some racetracks, but
absolutely.
You know what?
Alice got you covered here.
Apparently to Tyler Isley, I'm not doing a good enough job. Sounds about right.
He'll be all right. Alice doing good, man. I like that.
My ego just took a little bit of a hit. It's fine.
Oh, Lord. Man, I tell you what's going to be good is, like you said, your 55 laps on the board here tonight. These guys, man, are going to put it all on the line here at Volusia. First start of the race of the season here. You know, Butt Kicker, man, got some great prizes. And appreciate everybody tuning in, man. As always, a live night, OSR Network, YouTube, Facebook, also on dirtfan.com over on Facebook. So hit the likes and shares out there. If you don't, you know, there's always a thumbs down button. I still appreciate you coming by hating either way. Take your time out of your day. I used to always aggravate Tim with that, but nonetheless, man, here we go. We're going back green.
So about to go back to the green flag. Here we go. Robbie Buchanan Jr. He's back out in front here. Camden Johnson, Hunter Ridge. Those two side by side. They will go a slide job from the 33 of Hunter Ridge. He's going to take over the second spot. Here comes Johnson now again. Johnson going to sneak to the inside here. Battle for the race lead is on now. Robbie Buchanan there. He got slid up from that 33 machine of Hunter Ridge. Rich tried to make a move for the race lead. Not going to get there, but behind, keep an eye. Bo Krebs there. Bo Krebs at top 5, all trying to battle. We talk back in the pack. Brett Perico, he is in the Hornets' nest right now. Overstreet, Johnson, Bowman, they're all right there as well. So right now the mid-pack is racing good.
Yeah, and you see them 3 wide. Oh, little contact right there. Somebody was trying to get a hold of the Pink Panther if they could. Man, the guys are beating each other to death. That's back around where Bowman's at in the 14th place spot. They are still 2 wide, 3 wide throughout this entire field. Actually, except for up front, Buchanan, he's trying to get out of Dodge.
Robbie Buchanan, he's running well up front here, battles throughout the rest of the field though, but right now your top 5, they are running clean, they are running green, they are running well and fine, but then you look further back in the pack there, Kim Jones trying to make a run here, Robert Overstreet, guys trying to make a run for the hard charger, Jonathan Wiley right now, he's moved up from the 20th spot to the 14th spot, he's looking to go almost 3 wide here, he's going to go lift the left front there as Jonathan Wiley gets into the wall. So now Wiley loses spot. Brett Perico, he's going to gain some more positions on that one. So Brett Perico, keep an eye on the Pink Panther as he is looking to inch his way into the top 10.
You talk about the hard charger, though, it's all Corrimer right now, up 8 spots. He's the man on the move. He's got to get around Hunt and Perigo, though, as that man is down on the bottom side, kicking and grooving down there on the low line. Meanwhile, in front of them, you got Lassiter, Jones and company. They're going at it tooth and nail. That's for the 7th and 8th place spots. So you can find little cluster battles now happening throughout this field.
And we have a new race leader as well, Hunter Ridge. He is up in front here, and it's Robbie Buchanan Jr. That's in the 2nd spot. Camden Johnston, he's going after Buchanan. He's bringing Mason Inman here. So we have a battle still for the top 3 spots. But right now, your new race leader of Hunter Ridge, he's in the clean air. He's going right through the slick here. He's going to run a slider line, so he's holding on to the top spot.
Man, looks good, man. Johnson's trying. The problem is he just lost all kind of momentum there, and Inman is going to take it from him. Buchanan's hanging on to second. They're single file top 4. If Johnson doesn't look very closely, he's going to see that he's got Krebs and Willis hanging on. Here comes Willis out the backside there in 6th place, and then you got Lassiter. He's all alone back there in 7th, and Kim Jones trying to hang on to the 8th place, but he looks in his rear view. He's got Marlowe and Overstreet.
And also in the back there, Brett Perico still has company as Perico and Cormier. Cameron Cormier, remember, we talked about him being a hard charger here. He's moving up through the field, but he's behind the Pink Panther machine there, the 21 of Brett Perico. So Perico right now in the 11th spot there. Keep an eye on Perico as they both try and close in here on Robert Overstreet, who Overstreet is closing in on Marlowe and Jones. So that's going to be a battle for your 8th, 9th, and 10th spot with Overstreet being the 10.
And you talk about, we go back to the hard charger, Corrimer right there. He's up 9 spots in 12. He's got Perigo in his sights. Can he get down there? Never mind. Green, checker flag. I'm going to get it out in a second. Yellow flag. We're going to go back on the replay and see what happened, because it looks like it's Benson. Hey, Benson Hunt. On the replay, it shows him in the pits. Now it shows him coming out. Did he come out? Must have. Oh, he stopped at the edge, and okay, so that triggers the caution. In iRacing, you see where he stopped at. If you go past the commitment cone, it will automatically trigger that caution, just to give y'all a heads up on what happened there. And he can get the memo. Don't go past the cone if you're coming out, and stop on the track. Definitely will trigger caution and run the cautions. Oh. Park him. Jimmy says park him. Hey, I ain't that's above my pay grade. I'm just here to.
I can't even say it's above my pay grade in this one because it is my pay grade.
Yeah, it's Alex's job. I get on to him about it. I mean, here's the thing. Yeah, never pull out.
Oh, don't encourage them. Do not, whatever you do not encourage them.
In this case. Yeah, don't pull out. I mean, in this case, it will say that. You see the little green commitment cone right there. That's where you shouldn't go past. If not, iRacing will flip the caution. And most drivers should know it. I mean, I'll call them out when they make mistakes on track like that, like parking the track or stop on the track or something, you know, even in asphalt side of things. I'll call them out because this one, they should know it as iRacing professionals or whatnot. Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, we're going back green.
But pace truck is off. Here we go again. Green flag is out. I'm not looking at the comments anymore in this race. Yeah, Hunter Rich in front, Robbie Buchanan in that second spot. But already, what a great start for the top five there as Mason Inman tried to sneak his way to the inside there. Robbie Buchanan wasn't going to get there out of turn number 1 and 2. Bo Krebs there behind, though. Bo Krebs battling it out with Talon Willis now. That is side-by-side action here, 2 by 2. Let's make it a 3-wide battle here as Bo Krebs snuck to the inside. Brett Perigo, though. Perigo got a good start. He's 3 wide there, so Brett Perigo, the Pink Panther, the 21 machine of Perigo, he is making a run. Remember, trying to get to the top 10. Slide job, not going to clear it. Contact with Perigo there and Overstreet. So Brett Perigo, though, he's in the top 10.
Yeah, Perigo's hanging on to that top 10. You want to talk about commitment. He's committed to the high, middle, and low line to see what he can get around this track. Meanwhile, it's Hunter Rich's home right now. He's out front, has dominated most of the night. Robbie Buchanan has not been able to do anything to run him down. He's got a clean track, so he doesn't have to worry about anybody around him, and Inman's right behind him. So the top 3 kind of just minded their own business. You can see Willis back there. He's hanging on, man, in the 4th place spot. And then you got Bo Krebs up in the 5th place, but he's got his hands full with Johnson as they go almost 2 and 3 wide.
And we got to go to the back here. William Duvall, Jeremy Zarfos, those 2 cars are putting on a show here. They're closing in on Younger, Wiley, and Barnhart. So Jeremy Zarfos, he is he's on the lead lap. He's staying in the battle. He's side by side. He's going to make a pass here. They're 3 wide now. So Zarfos, they're battling it out with Younger and Duvall. So again, Jeremy Zarfos opening some eyes here as he is running very well here in the super lates. Car around, and what avoidance.
Brandon.
Great avoidance for BJ Duvall and Jeremy Zarfos. They get around unscathed there, so those 2 cars keep it going in this A main event.
Barnhart just got pushed in the tail, turned around, put 360 degree there on his end, but ow. Woo, what a race. You guys are chatty out there, I tell you. What Alex says, man, he wants people to talk.
And you know what? I'm going to plug him here. Every Monday night, don't forget, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, they're on everything. The Turn 2 Terribles, you got to tune in. They had Brent Marks on. They had Freddie Raymer on, who just won at Lincoln Speedway. They had Matt Campbell on as well. So keep an eye on the Turn 2 Terribles podcast every Monday night. I've been a 2-time guest on there. They had Billy Dietrich on as well. So Jimmy Barr and those guys are doing a great job. Jimmy Barr, Chris Lynn, and Jeremy Zarfos, the Turn 2 Terribles, have some great, they actually have merchandise. They have some merchandise. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. They have some great merchandise, so keep an eye on the Turn 2 Terribles.
Get you a hat.
Joe, we might have to get you a hat. I might have to talk to Jimmy Barr and them.
I got a shirt.
I might have to tell Jimmy Barr to see if we have any extra hats or shirts and send one down to you.
Had that happen. Got me some beef jerky from a sponsor one. That was nice.
I don't know about beef jerky. I'm not that good. If we get it, look, maybe we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do.
Kick-ass beef jerky, man. That stuff was good. Name of it. Kick-ass beef jerky. Every time I had to plug the league, prepare for the kick-ass beef jerky.
As there we go, Jimmy Barr said he got to put up a merch store. Yes, he does. He has to get a merch store so everyone can get their Turn 2 Terrible merch. And we can see it because at that point, we can get it at Bridgeport, the Grove, down in North Carolina as well. If you go to the dirt track in Charlotte, maybe somebody will wear a Turn 2 Terrible shirt. If they had merch, I would have wore one last year. But here we go. Pace truck is back off. Green flag is back out. Here we go again. Back to action. 24 laps in the books of this 55-lap A main event. And right back to work. There goes Hunter Rich. He's going to take the race lead yet again here. As now here comes Willis. Here comes Inman. They're closing in on Robbie Buchanan.
Let me quickly let you understand why some of the numbers don't match. Some of the guys out here who have custom painted numbers on the side of their car, there's nothing that I can do as far as matching it with the ticker on Alex's end. is because if they have a custom number on their car, iRacing obviously puts whatever number they come into the server with, and that's why you're seeing kind of the differences between the ticker and might what be on the side of the car. So hopefully that helps you out right there. But man, meanwhile, 3 wide here with Buchanan and Krebs and company, they're heating it up on the track.
And we got to talk about it. Jeremy Zarfos, oh boy, look at the picture behind Zarfos. They're 4 wide going at it there. That's Wiley, Johnson, Kroger, Younger, all battling it out right there. BJ Duvall is also in that battle. So we have a 4-5 car battle. Yes, it's for the mid-pack to the back of the field, but it's great racing throughout here as Younger, remember, he showed speed. Johnson, Duvall, caution flags out. And it's surprising to see where this caution came out because that mid-pack was probably the most dangerous part of the race.
And now some Mason Inman, what happened to him? He actually was by himself, and the wall, I think, is going to have a little bit to do with this. He got and then he got into the, I always talk about the tires on the infields on some tracks being the white donuts. I'm not quite sure about the lemons that he just hit right there because they were kind of stale. Ouch. Posse cars are the fastest on the track, what Jimmy says would be the Pennsylvania posse. Now, I'm going to stir up a little bit here, Alex.
Oh, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Pennsylvania posse versus whatever that other clan that comes around and talks about all the time with the Outlaws or something like that, I think it is.
That outlaw thing?
Yeah, the Outlaws. So, y'all always had each other. I was in another league, and they always talked about it. The Pennsylvania posse and the outlaw guys, man, back and forth. So there you go.
I'll tell you what, Joe.
That
A Pennsylvania posse guy won the NOS Energy Drink World of Outlaws and Pro Series in iRacing. Tyler Shell, he won it for the Pennsylvania posse. So guess what?
Nice.
The posse wins not only at Eldora for the Kings Royal, not only anywhere else in the country when the posse goes against the Outlaws, but the posse wins against the Outlaws on iRacing too. We represent. We get off the porch once in a while.
Hey, at least you're not barking on the porch and you're trying to get out there and ground bite somebody.
I mean, they do that sometimes.
He just Ross Chastain. You ain't lying. I see a lot of that in dirt, man. These guys up here trying to imitate, man, what he did. It just didn't fare too well for him. Tyler Shell. Yeah, man, old Tyler Shell. He's pretty cool.
But here we go. Pace truck is going to go back off here. So we're closing in on almost 20 laps to go. Green flag is back out in the air here. Been great racing so far in this one. You would think this feature has gone on for a while. It's really hasn't.
Our leader's messing up.
3 wide here. So 3 wide for the race lead. It's Willis, it's Rich, it's Buchanan. That's your battle for the race lead. Behind them, it's a 3-4 car battle here for your top 5 spots. Here comes Bo Krebs.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that too, but Rich got in trouble, and he got in even more trouble there as Willis got in the back of him. Robbie Buchanan is out there clapping, going, thank you very much, I'll take that. He runs through the back door on the bottom, but they are still side by side, knocking each other's teeth out.
And Bo Krebs, we haven't really talked about him. He has sneaked his way into the top 3 here. Bo Krebs up from 5th to 3rd, so not much of a gain. But Bo Krebs right now on a podium spot, battling it out with Talon Willis. Another person to talk about. He's 21st to 9th. That is Cameron Cormier. Cormier into the 9th spot here, looking for more. Brett Perigo in the mix there as well in the 10th spot. So Brett Perigo, he's looking for more, but he's going to go to the top side of the track here. Try and gain some speed here and momentum in that number 21 machine. He's behind Cormier and Jones Overstreet to the inside here. So again, battles throughout this top 10.
Well, right now Perigo is in a shuffle. He cannot go anywhere. Low, high, middle. As he's sitting in that 10th place spot, he's got a cool looking Pepto-Bismol style car. He's going to need a little bit of after this one because the indigestion he's got right now trying to get through the field is harsh. Cameron Cormier, though, up 12 spots. Hard charger tonight, sitting in 9th. He is definitely getting it done, but up front, Buchanan still holds the lead. Rich wants it back. He's right there, making him stay honest. You also got Willis, man. And what are you talking about, Willis? He's sitting in 3rd place.
But also, we got to keep plugging it. Jeremy Zarfos, 22nd to 13th. So Jeremy Zarfos starting to make a move. Remember, we won't forget this. He went and took the tail end of his heat race when he was supposed to start on the pole. Now he is in the 13th spot after running an LCQ. So Jeremy Zarfos having a stellar run for someone who wasn't going to run until maybe 5 minutes before the feature started. But talk about someone who's struggling right now. Camden Johnson, he started on the pole. He's now back to 6th here with Talon Willis, Hunter Rich, Robbie Buchanan, as Willis still trying to hold on to the 3rd spot from Bo Krebs.
Yeah, and you talk about Zarfoff right there in the back. He's up 8 spots in 14th, right behind old Barnhurst, who is up 10 spots. Cormer still holds the biggest hard charger award here tonight. But you got Willis, Buchanan, and company up front, still racing hard. Biggest battles happening around about 6th, 7th, and 8th place on back. And I'm fine. Dave Field. No idea what
David Spiel didn't even make the feature. Oops, did I say that out loud?
But he's talking about on the wing. I can't show his wing if he ain't in here.
But battles throughout here. Jeremy Zarfos, again, he's up to 14th. BJ Duval, William Duval, he's started 16th. He's still in 16th, but he's had an up and down feature here. Remember, we talked about with a long season, consistency has always been key, but also up front, Team Outlaw Motorsports teammate of him, that is Bo Krebs, who's in the 4th spot. So Bo Krebs right now trying to impress the boss here, running in the 4th spot, but then Camden Johnston, he's in the 6th spot. Kim Jones, 11th to 7th right now. But again, Brett Perigo is up into the wall and upside down. And Brett, you can't park there.
Well, no. Good parking place. I'll give him that.
So,
and the bad thing is, we don't go caution with it because he's out. So let's go back and watch it again. So we didn't go caution. Let's watch it. Fortunately, the Pink Panther machine, yeah, he's up on, and I got to give him you know what? I got to give him a 10 on the parking job because that's talent. That's talent right there.
So, Brett Perigo just did the unthinkable of parking it where nobody really parks it, but he ripped the top and he just went, up and over, but still, green flag stays out on the racetrack here. Tyler Bowman. So Bowman right now in the 11th spot. He's trying to move up through the field, but again, Cameron Cormier right now, the hard charger, 21st to 9th. And then you have, starting in the 23rd spot, Brandon Barnhart. He's up to 12th. Jeremy Zarfo still in that 14th spot. He's battling it out right now with William Duval. Actually, no, William Duval, sorry, he's battling it out with Ryan Zabu, who started in the 8th spot here. So we had some movers and shakers. Contact. BJ Duval gets around it there as Jeremy Zarfos, he's going to keep going here, but contact for Zarfos, not where Zarfos wanted to be. Wrong place, wrong time for the 19 machine. But guess who pays dividends to it? It was BJ Duval, so caution flag is out.
Hudson Wiley. Looking at his profile pic right there, that's definitely not the kind of cowboying he wants to do. Got spun.
I tell you what, you know who's not happy right now?
That.
Outlaw is not happy. Just when you think he got 3 spots out of that one, he has to give it back. So a tough break for the B32 machine. But if he passed him before, he can pass him again. Him and Jeremy Zarfos are going to be 2 cars to watch out for when we go back to the green flag. But race leader Robbie Buchanan, this top 4 still, top 5 even. Buchanan, Rich, Willis, Krebs, Lassiter. That's your top 5. Those 5 cars have been impressive up front. But again, it's been great racing. If we had some cautions here and there, we're under 10 to go here, and this is going to be a great finish here. This racetrack has held on and has been very racy, top to bottom and through the middle even. But it's going to come down to the final 10 laps here. Who takes home the first win of the season here and boasts their title chances here? Well, again, it's a long season, 26 races, 25 races from here to October. So it's a long season.
But you can have some bad races, man, and still be in the hunt for the championship.
Even guys like Donnie Batiste, Jimmy Barr, who's in the chat, Andrew May, who wasn't here tonight, these guys, if they show up a few weeks, they might have a chance here because if 35 cars show up every week here, this is going to be a race to the end. And if it's a different 35 cars every single week, Joe, I'll tell you what, points are going to be very interesting here. Jeremy Zarfos, again, can't talk about Zarfos, Duval, those guys in the back. Jonathan Wiley, also impressive here tonight before that contact. But it's going to be fun to watch here. when we go back to the green flag, the battles within the top 5, the top 10, heck, even back to the 19th spot here. It's going to be fun to watch as single file restart. Green flag is out. Here we go, Buchanan. He's going to go and lead us into turn 1 and 2. Single file restart it was. Bo Krebs already last. They're going to go to the inside here. Now keep an eye. We said about it in the back. Log jam as guys are trying to work the bottom side here. Jeremy Zarfos, Jeremiah Johnson, William Duvall. Those 3 cars are still going to put on a show here, battling it out for 13th, 14th, and 15th position.
Yeah, it is, but you also got a good battle happening around here, about 6th, 7th place spots. You got Kim Jones and Johnston and battling it out. You got them 2 by 2. Like you said, back around 12th place spot. It's still Cameron Cormer by 1 spot with a hard charger, but Barnhart up 11th. He could take that thing from him if he gets 2 more spots. Caution. Jeremy. Oh man, Jeremy Zarfoff. What happened to him? Oh, he gets in the back of another machine and he gets ran over. Or actually, he runs over someone. Actually, 2 in the front got together. Tell me who the 2 in the front of him was, but he was basically a bystander. Wrong place, wrong time. See, y'all are wide open out there, ain't you?
Yeah, they're having a good time.
Let me ask, where y'all from? Are y'all from the PA Posse area, or are y'all from the Outlaw area? I'm just checking. Well, because I guess technically I would be in the Outlaw area, wouldn't I?
Yes,
I'm in North Carolina. Yeah,
you would.
Well, I would be in the better part, and Alex is up just in PA somewhere.
We're porch sitter.
I'm only like 45, 50 minutes from Charlotte, the dirt track.
So it's funny. Well, you're from, but you didn't come and visit me when I was at Charlotte. I see how it is.
Oh man, look, I know you said like I tried to tell him I'd take that night off when they come to Charlotte, the last race.
But
I've never been to it. So.
But everyone says about Jeremy Zarfos. Jeremy Zarfos is still on track, and it looks like Jeremy Zarfos is going to get his spots back here. So it's not over yet for the 19 machine. See, and this is why I told you don't.
North Korea?
You got him involved. Now this is what you get, Joe. Joe, I told you to leave him alone.
The islands of the Philippines. Okay, hey, that'll work. Sounds
Joe, they're all
me.
from Pennsylvania. Don't buy them.
Hey man, look. Hey, I had, this is no lie, the other night doing a race, had somebody come across all Chinese words across. I had to get one of my moderators. I said, y'all need to go out there and translate that for me. It was no lie. I was like, I don't know what in the world it was, but actually it said something about like good night for racing or something. Anyways, back green.
And already making some moves. You have Tyler Bowman, who's in the top 10 now. So the 79 machine of Tyler Bowman, he's making a push towards the front here, but 23rd to 11th, it's Brandon Barnhart. Barnhart right now, another guy in contention for hard charger. It's Barnhart and Cormier. Those two are making big moves towards the hard charger here for the night. But up front, we can't go without saying it. The front 3 have been pretty good behind them. Bo Krebs, he is in company because you have Johnson, you have Lassiter, Marlowe, Cormier, and also Overstreet as caution flag is out yet again.
It's going to be Brinson Heist. Or Brinson Hunt, excuse me, right here. Got it wrong, but Brinson Hunt. And again, he just maybe going to be a product. Oh, yeah, car in front of him, and then, man, he just got shot in the wall like a cannon. Wow. Woo. Hard hit. Hate that. Well, man, let me ask out there, y'all at least having a good time, having fun, I'm having fun. It's been a good race so far. Only a couple more laps here, roughly like a green-white checkered when we go back green here, Alex. So a good night to kick off the season. We've got a great season ahead. Man, it's good the guys out there having fun. Love man interacting with the viewers, family members, fans, et cetera. And these drivers out here. I know you've got the uneasy job of controlling these guys. I'm up here just talking. I don't even hear what they're saying.
And I'll tell you, what, Joe. I'll tell you what. This is going to be a long season. I'll give you that. It's going to be a long season here, and we might have to get Jimmy Barr in the chat after the race here and see. So Jimmy Barr, after the race, if you can please show up to the Discord here, that'd be greatly appreciated, so we can get a chat with you. But Pace Truck is...
You said you can't wait to finish last every race. Good grief. Talk about confidence, man. Come on.
I mean,
again, wow. That sounds like me. If I get out there, there's definitely going to be a caution or two or maybe three.
If we can get Jimmy Barr in the booth after the race, that'd be greatly appreciated, Mr. Barr, because I have a question for you, and I want it to happen on air. I actually have two questions for you, but that has to happen on
BJ
air.
Said
questions.
He's not having fun, by the way.
No, BJ is not having fun right now.
I do like BJ's picture. He's on a cowboy horse. That's your horse, BJ, by the way? Is that you on it? Because I've seen your picture, and that don't look like...
Green flag.
BJ's acting like he's not having fun, but BJ Duval's in 12th right now, and he's still looking for a top 10 finish here, which would bolster well for the start of the season. But up front, Robbie Buchanan, Hunter Rich, Talon Willis, Bo Krebs, and Camden Johnston, your top 5. Here comes Jacob Lassiter now. So Lassiter closing in on Camden Johnston, and I have a feeling, Joe, so help me God, BJ Duval better not be the cause of if I have a green-white checkered here tonight. That is all I'm saying.
Well, right now, though, the problem is we're coming around to catch the white flag, and I always say if they get to the white flag, it won't matter what happens. As they're coming out of turn 4, final time, Robbie Buchanan is looking to see if he can't put this thing in a winner's circle.
So Buchanan out in front here tonight. It's Buchanan, Rich, Talon, Willis. That is your top 3. Those 3 have pulled away here and out of turn number 4 for the first time this season, and the inaugural first winner here, it is going to be Robbie Buchanan Jr. taking home the win here for Robinson Racing Promotions, the butt kicker super late models here at Volusia. So it's going to be Robbie Buchanan Jr., Hunter Rich, Talon Willis, Bo Krebs, and Camden Johnson, your top 5. Lassiter, Marlowe, Cormier, Overstreet, Tyler Bowman going to come home in 10th. Brandon Barnhart, 23rd to 11th. William Duval in the 12th spot.
It was a good race.
So a great race here tonight. And we're going to see here if we can get...
It's spooky out there. You're funny.
So we're going to go right to it. We're going to go with our race winner here, Robbie Buchanan Jr. You said you might not make it tonight. You can show up anyways, and you start the season off right. You're one of the first guys I talked to about this series, and, you know, you said you'll try and show up for most of the season here, and you feeling good now after you showed up for week number 1?
Oh, yeah, for sure. We had a Team CFM league race tonight, and I was not sure if I was going to make it or not, so... And I got a bad draw. We were doing random draw for that too. I got a bad draw, and like it's pros and cons. So you know how that goes. But I just left that and hopped in here and started the season out with a dub.
And we said it's a long season. You know, there's a few weeks you might not make every week, but it's a good start to the season here. 26, 25 races, depending here and there. You know, from here to October, real racing season comes into play as well. But some big races here, and you know, we have almost every track on iRacing on the schedule at least once. What is the biggest track you're looking forward to running this year?
I'm gonna have to go either Cedar Lake or Lincoln. I love Lincoln.
Well, the good news, I think Lincoln's coming up pretty quickly on the schedule. Yeah, Lincoln is up. Oh, I'm sorry, it's in June. So semi-quick.
Yeah.
Semi-quick. But, you know, we know you got a lot of sponsors, CFM, of course, but we know you got a lot of great supporters as well. So take some time and thank everyone behind the scenes on that 31 machine.
Yeah, wouldn't be here without Magility Speed Shop. I want to thank Team CFM, Tag 3 Defense, CI Performance, Magility Speed Shop, Victory Lane Racing, Joey Lingon Photography, Just everybody on this car. It helps out. You guys for put on the broadcast also.
That is your race winner here tonight, the 31 machine of Robbie Buchanan Jr.
Yeah, outstanding job by Robbie there, man. He got around, got the lead back, and then nobody was able to get back by him.
And Joe, you get Hunter Rich, our second place finisher.
All right, Hunter, Joe had the boot, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you was able to out front a little bit tonight, but man, that pass by Buchanan, was there anything you probably could have done to get there? Because it looks like there was multi-grooves on this track.
Yeah, if I would have kept hitting my mark on slaughter line, I probably could have had him, but he was fast, so I ain't complaining.
Hey, man, I tell you what, you're definitely bad fast in your own right there, coming up for the opening tonight. Good finish, good points tonight. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, Brinson Hunt over at Doubted Underdog Sim Sports, and then Jonathan DeVries at Dakota Sim Graphics. That's about
Ghost.
it.
Hey, man, I tell you what, good run again. That's your second place man, Hunter, Rich, Alex. Whew. Good guys here tonight.
And now I get the last two here. So, coming home in the third spot, Talon Willis. And again, we always said, it was a long season. You want to start the momentum off on a good front. And coming home in a podium spot here, you got to feel pretty confident.
Oh yeah, we felt good coming in. I was hoping for just a top 10, not wreck or anything, just get us a little top 10 and try to run here on out pretty good for points and stuff. But I mean, top 3, way better than top 10, way better than I wanted. And with a very good caliber of drivers, I felt like I was a third place car and was able to get it done.
Well, we know the long season, we said it before. What is the best, what is the track you're looking forward to throughout this season?
I would say, I would say Lucas Oil. I feel like I'm pretty good there. I wasn't bad here, Volusia. Those are probably the better 2 tracks that I'm here. Pretty good at in supers. I haven't been running supers that long. This was really just to come in here and try to learn how to drive some more super late models.
We know you got a lot of great supporters on that 010 machine, so take some time and thank them for the support tonight.
Oh yeah, I'd like to thank Elite Performance Industries, Next Level Racing, NH Lens, Herbert Graphics, Pop Mike Promotions, you for putting all this on with the stream and all that, and Alex for doing this awesome league.
Well, that is your third place finisher, the 010 of Talon Willis.
Yeah.
And now, for most of the posse people, the one they're waiting for, it's Mr. Jimmy Barr. Jimmy, it's
I'm here.
It's Fenders. It's not your cup of tea, but
Fenders, baby.
I'll give you gotta give credit where credit is due. Guys like Brett Perigo, Jeremy Zarfos, especially guys who didn't think about showing up tonight, making the feature for the posse.
Yeah, it was kind of like a last-minute trip. We got done early with some of our sprint car stuff and decided to come over run to some late models. And I didn't get lapped, so that was cool. Jay-Z did his thing. Perigo was up there kicking ass until he parked it where he shouldn't have. Hobart was up there doing some good things. So yeah, it was a good time.
And I called you in here because I talked about it. But Jimmy Barr, I'm gonna give you your time. Do a little shameless plug for the Turn 2 Terribles.
Yeah, Turn 2 Terribles, man. We have our podcast on live every Monday, 8 p.m. Check us out. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. Facebook's the main thing. All over. We interview a lot of drivers from around, mostly PA, and we're kind of expanding out to, doing some live things at the track and everything. We got some really cool, exciting things happening this season, and it's definitely come check it out and come in and we were in the chat here. We like when people come into the chat for us, and give us something to talk about and interact with us. So it's always a fun time. So yeah, definitely check us out, and thank you, Alex, for letting me come on and plug it.
Well, of course, I'm a 2-time guest. I feel special. Honestly, I think I'm one of the only 2-time guests on the show.
What part of PA are you from?
Central. North
Oh, okay.
Central.
Well, my wife
Yeah,
is from.
north.
That's what I was saying. She's from the Lydics, Reddit area. I've been to Hershey.
Okay.
I've been to Harrisburg area, at Lincoln.
I'm a little bit more north than that, but yeah, not too far away.
Nice.
So yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So
Jimmy,
now I got to put up a web store, I guess now because you're talking about merch and stuff, and
You gotta get.
we were already sold out of our first run, so
You definitely got to get merch because I didn't even get merch that time. So you definitely got to get some merch.
it was a very limited run. So we'll get it up here soon. Watch that out. That in a couple weeks. Also, turn2terribles.com. We're on all podcasting platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, all those. Just go and check it out. We have a lot of cool things up there, and anywhere you can find us, all of our content.
That is the man behind the Turn 2 Terribles, Jimmy Barr. And Jimmy, this is the question I had. We need to get OSR to cover some more posse races, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree. You guys did an awesome bang-up job tonight. Made it really, really fun. Did a great job broadcasting it. So we'll have to get you guys into some posse races, some of our bigger events maybe. That'll be awesome.
Well, that is Jimmy Barr. He drives the number 12 late model. We'll probably see him most of the season, depending on if he's at that lovely track down the road from him called Bloomsburg.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
With
Yeah, I'll
Jimmy
be
Barr,
there.
I got stories to tell you about that racetrack then.
Oh, okay, cool.
But that is
Seven
Jimmy
Dirt.
Barr. And Joe, that will wrap up week number 1 here. I think we're going to take at least 1 week off. I'm not sure. We might have 2 weeks, not 100% sure. We will find out. But, ladies and gentlemen, that will wrap things up here tonight for Butt Kicker Super Late Models here for Robinson Racing Promotions. For Joe White and everyone behind the scenes at OSR Network, behind the scenes here at Robinson Racing Promotions, I'm Alex Robinson saying God bless, good night. We will see you next Thursday night.
That's right. Have a good one.